portable painter travel palette. And I know I'm probably really late coming to this party, but I'm just going to take it apart so you can see how easy it comes together. Look at that. You would be all ready to go. Portable painter palette is awesome because it all folds together. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is it has this rubber band on here. I'm going to slip that keeper into the rubber band right away. Pull the palette out. There's these little grooves. And all you do is slide this onto the groove. Slide it onto the groove, just like that. It just lines up so nice. And then when you open it out, these little wings fold flat down. It does come with a little brush. Looks like there should be a handle that you can snap onto it, but it didn't come with that. And there you go. Then you have a place to just touch to get clean water, a place to rinse your brush completely out. These little pans do pop out. They are held in place with a little bit of some sticky adhesive, but you can pop them loose. And they are a little bit smaller than standard half pans. This is the pan that comes with it. This is a standard half pan. The portable palette painter pans are a little bit, just a touch smaller in both width and height. Yeah, there. You can see there's a little difference in height. However, you can, if you pull these pans out, a standard pan can be put in and pushed ever so slightly, and they're not going to slide out. Now, to get it out, I'm going to have to use my trusty little craft knife to pop it loose. So I can use standard pans in here. They would ride just slightly above the edge. But that's nice to know, because sometimes you don't want to take a big palette, but you want your colors that you want. You want your colors that you want, right? I'm going to choose 12 colors from my pure pigment set of the Magello Mission Gold watercolors. I've had these for about 5 years, and I've only dabbled with them a little bit. I filled up a tiny little travel palette, one of those little wooden ones with little holes. I love the paint. It's really, really nice. It's not going to take me away from one of my other favorite types of paint. And if you want to know what that other favorite paint is, ask me in the comment section below the video. So I'm going to fill up this palette with the paints from the Mission Gold set. This is the lemon yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and lemon yellow. Now, as these dry, they do shrink down into the pan. The permanent yellow in the next one. There we go. Go ahead and get the permanent yellow deep. I'm going to put it next to the permanent yellow. Very orangey yellow. Pretty. Very pretty. The permanent red, deep. Quinacridone rose, permanent rose. It's much thicker. Then I want the permanent magenta, quinacridone permanent magenta. ultramarine light, because they don't just have a standard ultramarine. So we're going to get an ultramarine. I'm going to put a phthalo blue. I'm going to make sure that I get a yellow ochre. A burnt sienna. I'm going to do a cobalt turquoise just because I want a convenience color, and turquoise is one of my favorite convenience colors. Put the Van Dyke brown because that is about the closest I've got to a umber. Okay, that's what I've got set up here. The colors are going to settle and shrink, and I'm not going to be worried about that. And if a color is something that I don't end up loving, I can change it. I think what I need to do is let this sit, let this get settled, these portable painter palettes, but I did buy it myself. Nobody gave it to me. You know, you got to save up your pennies so that you can buy those fun things. Just like this paint, I bought the paint, the Mission Gold Pure Pigment set about 5 years ago. And, you know, you buy something, you set it on the shelf, and you wait for inspiration to strike. And I decided I better start using this stuff, because if you spend the money for it and you don't use it, that's when it's being wasteful. I want to start using this stuff because it's, no matter how much it costs, it's waste if you don't use it. So there we go. I hope that you enjoyed this quick little filling up my palette, my portable painter. I am so excited for these paints to dry down in a couple days. All right, so here we are. This is about a week after filling this palette up, and oh my goodness, some crazy weirdness happened. Almost all of these completely shrunk down, which I expected, but a couple of them actually look almost like little extruded cubes. Some of them look like I put them out in the desert sun and they just shriveled and cracked and all of that. It's not going to affect the ability for this paint to be used. You just re-wet it and away you go. These are the colors that are in this palette. I'm happy with the choices mostly. And we'll see how this works as I go out on some trips over the next few weeks. But this palette definitely is making me happy. Let's see how this works out. I just don't want any of the paint to fall out of the cups. And that one right there looks a little suspect to me. We'll see. I do have links in my description below for these things on Amazon. If you make a purchase, I do earn a small commission. Thank you. And remember, go out, do something creative, take care of yourself so you can take care of those you love. And I'll see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.